there's a lot of good things been done in the last 10 years or so. I don't know if you're familiar with the Canal Commons
Yeah.
development. That's a good project. Um, Not just because I was the community development director when that happened, but if you think about it as a concept, that was an empty department store.
Mhm.
It was called Green's Department Store. It was a family owned. It'd been in Oswego for generations. And competition from Walmarts and other places just made it so it wasn't economically feasible anymore to have that down there. So it sat vacant for a long time. And as a result, that was kind of, when it was there, that was driving people to the downtown.
Mhm.
And the spin-off from those people going into the other stores around it were what helped sustain those other smaller stores,
Of course.
the niche or boutique type stores.
Mhm.
So when people stopped coming downtown for the general shopping needs at Greens, businesses dropped off all around them as well.
Okay.
So recognizing that we weren't going to put a Target or a Walmart or something in downtown Oswego, we said, what can we do to utilize this space better? And we got a developer, a local developer, Tony Pauldine, who said, I'd like to take that and carve it all up into kind of this little mini mall concept and put all these small businesses in there and then drive people to all those small businesses into this kind of indoor shopping mall, if you will, that fits into a downtown like Oswego. And it took a little while, but eventually it caught on. He filled all the space, and now almost all those storefronts around it are full down there, and they're developing the upstairs apartments for people,
Okay.
and they're renting at pretty high rents. And I think they're
That's for
charging
sure.
$1,200 or $1,500 for like a 2-bedroom apartment upstairs downtown.
Yeah.
But when you consider you've got a view of the river,
Yeah,
if you're on
that's
the one side, and you've got parking in the back, and you can
Mhm.
walk downstairs to a store, or coffee, or bagels, or dinner, or whatever. A lot of people like that urban
Yeah, of course.
experience.
The feel, yeah, with the urban feel.
There's certainly a lot that happens on the campus and around the campus that most people in the community don't know about.
Yeah.
And I think if they knew more about it, they would have a different opinion about the majority of the students. The only thing you ever hear about is the bad things.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the community doesn't know about all the athletic teams that go out and do things, raking lawns for senior citizens or whatever. All those projects that the athletic groups do and that the fraternities and sororities do sometimes, they don't make it to the local press the way that they should. And often citizens don't see an article when it is there and really read it. They just say, oh, that's just some college thing,
Yeah.
and unless it's, unfortunately, the nature of most people when they look at the news is if it's not startling, if it's not awful,
Yeah, of course.
they'll read all the bad news.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what gets people in.
Right. They'll pay attention to some teenage girl who's been missing in California for 2 weeks, and they won't read the local paper about the news story that the tennis team did to help out a bunch of old ladies or something. They just don't pay attention to the good stuff.